Welcome to Go Bears Diecast Workshop, episode 45. Remember, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you'll be notified of my future videos. I'd like to thank all of my new subscribers and all of those that have stuck with me. The channel is growing very well, and it's all thanks to you guys. So share and like, and thanks again for supporting my channel. This happens to be a Four Horseman build-off for the month of February. It's the Mod Rod, and so the casting, of course, was chosen, and the idea is to convert it into a convertible. Now, I've already drilled it apart, so let's see what we're working with. We have the base, of course, the windshield. The motor and the body are molded together, interior, and then of course the base itself. I've tapped it with the 256 screws, so it's ready to go into the stripper. Now back from the stripper, you see that I've mocked it up as far as where I'm going to possibly cut it. I'm going to take my jeweler's saw and take off the roof. A jeweler's saw gets a workout. I broke a couple of blades, but I'm getting better. Had some good advice from some of my subscribers and other hobbyists. Now here it is where I've cut it off, and I'm going to use the barrel sander on the back side to smooth up those jagged edges from the jeweler's saw. Just take your time and try to smooth that out. Now I'm going to take some of this JB Wheel steel stick, and I'm going to fill in those gaps in the back side. I'm just mixing it up. It is a two-part compound. Make sure you get it mixed up really good. And this stuff is sandable, so that's a nice thing about it. I'm going to go ahead and place it in the crevices that I need to fill in. I'm just working it in. I like to use my hands. I know probably some people might not like that, but I think it works out well. Now here's a surprise. I actually did a second car. So here I took the whole back end off. I'm using some polystyrene, and I'm going to fill in the back side of that because of course I've cut the posts off, and I'm going to need to reattach that. Just taking my time and getting an outline so that I can cut it out. Now this is the real thin stuff. I'm going to extend it just a little bit. I'm going to sit in that gap that I just showed you. Now I've got it cut out. I'm placing it in there just to see how it fits. You can of course trim it or sand it. I think that's going to work out really well. Just going to glue that in, and of course probably use some type of filler putty to take care of any crevices that I have. Now here I'm using some new, it's that epoxy putty. I ordered some. You see some of the bigger channels use this for their wide bodies. It's actually really nice to work with. You just keep your hands moist, your fingers, and you can keep forming and maneuvering it the way you want. It took a little time to get this the way I wanted it, but again, it sands great. It paints great. Now, if you haven't tried it, maybe something that you want to add to your toolbox for your customs. And just get my hands wet there. There you can see it's being smoothed out around the styrene. Great stuff. I really like it. I would suggest that you guys try it out if you haven't. Now here I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do as far as reattaching the posts in the rear. I've cut the windshield down, as you can see. And there's that epoxy putty. It's now cured fully. That looks fantastic. I think it's going to work out real nice. Alright, into the paint booth. And here's the first casting. Going to put some primer on it. Make sure you get good coverage. I'm using the Tamiya Fine Surface Gray Primer. It always goes on really nice, and actually, even though it's a little bit more expensive, can last you a long time. I'm having to turn the casting a lot because of the way that it sits on the helping hands. Now let's go for some top coat. I'm using a Nitro Yellow by Splash Paints. Again, I'm a big fan of the splash paints. No waste, no mixing. They just go on super easy with the airbrush. You can see that back portion turned out really well, where I put the JB Well steel stick in. And this will require a clear coat, which I use the Automotive 2K clear. That is looking fantastic. Look at there. Now for the second casting, I'm going with the Rattle Can Black Metallic. Put my primer on first. You can see that epoxy putty actually takes the primer really well. And there is the top coat. Again, this is Duplicolor Black Metallic Rattle Can. Going on nice and smooth. This will also require a top coat, clear coat. I'll go ahead and detail the interior and everything on the car. But here's the first casting. The nitro yellow. Re-chromed the pipes and the motor. Detailed the door handles, gas cap, and just the metal, the straps itself. I just let them blend in with a little hint of chrome. Change the color of the rims from gold to chrome. And of course, you see how I cut the windshield out and made it fit back in onto the rear piece. And here's the second one, the metallic black with the red pinstripe. Cut the windshield back. Detailed the door handles. Came out really nice, I think. You can see that epoxy putty came out nice with the black and the clear coat on it. This was definitely a challenge. The Four Horsemen put this build off on and invited everyone to join in. I hope you guys check out the rest of the entries. Again, stay safe. Share, like, comment. I respond to all comments. Thank you again to all my new subscribers and the older ones that have stuck with me. I have some still shots. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And check out the other builders. Until next week, this is Go Bears Diecast Workshop. Have a great one. Stay safe.